Hello, Carl. Today here with another YouTube video. We've been doing a series on Old Testament heroes, what encouragement and hope we can get from them. And today's hero is Abraham. All right, so the New Testament says that if we need encouragement and hope, we can look at the Old Testament to find that. It essentially says that the Old Testament was written for our encouragement and our hope. If we need wisdom from God and ask, and don't doubt, God will give us that wisdom according to James chapter 1. And so I've asked the Lord for wisdom about the different trials we deal with, and I believe He's given me a few things. All right, so you can find the story of Abraham in Genesis. He's also mentioned in the New Testament a few times as well. But the point of the story I want to focus on is how Abraham was told by God to leave his land and to go to a land that was flowing with milk and honey, a land that He was going to show him of where to go. He had to move his stuff, his family, and travel to a far away place to do the will of the Lord. So what encouragement can we get from that? Well, there's actually a lot of different ways. For one, when we become Christians, we're first baptized into Christ. Believe me, baptized into Christ. We are in the world. We have worldly friends. We have worldly things in our lives. And so symbolically, the Lord would want us to start to make the church members our friends, start to make the church the place where we surround our lives around, the community of the church members. And any other sinful influences that we have, the Lord wants to move away from those to the promised land, which is faithful Christian living. Christianity is a learned religion. It's a learned way of life. And so the Lord would want us to do that. The other side of the coin is some of us, not all of us have had the perfect life. Some of us have gotten out of prison. And oftentimes when people get out of prison or jail, they go back to the same situation that got them put into prison to begin with. But we have to make a move away from those things if we're in that situation. Because if we go back to the same people, the same situation, the same houses, oftentimes we'll end up back in prison again or back in trouble again. I personally came from a life of drugs and alcohol. I came from that life, and when I lived in another state, and to get away from that, I made a trip and moved to Florida. I've been in Florida, going on 18, 19 years. So by making that move, I was able to break away from drugs and alcohol. And so that's my point today is we have to make those moves in life, whether it be symbolically or literally. But that's my lesson today. God bless. Make your move if you need to. Thank you. Have a good day. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.